Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have another look at Izanagi Zero, and then this time we'll be with a couple of drop monsters, impossible drop monsters. And yeah, I was able to do this video pretty quickly because I beat it with all Hatcher monsters pretty quickly. And I also got the clear of the with the free monsters too, so I was pretty happy about that. Gimmicks here are warps and magic circles and laser barriers. So really we can bring anybody with no warp into this quest. But generally, the quicker their strike shot charges up, the better they will be. And then to talk about the Hatcher monsters that I'm using first, these were the two that I thought were the more useful of the four that I tried the previous run with. They are Lancelot and then Aladdin, both Transcendent forms. They are both Bounce with a no warp, and then they have bump combos which can kind of cover a lot of ground, which is good, since when we hit the Magicians with the counterattack mode, they will shoot out healing walls, which are the only way to heal in this mission. Besides the Magicians, there are the Demons. And then if that left number on them goes to 0, they will shoot out a very strong attack. Not quite a one-hit KO, but close enough. So yeah, getting rid of them is the top priority. And then getting rid of the wizards is also a priority. Because actually they have a very strong attack as well in their lower left. So get rid of the demons first, get rid of the wizards second, while trying to keep our guys in original form, and also hitting the healing wall enough times to keep our HP up. And then the first drop monster I'm using is Daikoku. And yeah, they have the Chain Lightning bump combo, which is really good for doing damage, especially to little guys. So that can help us get around the one-hit KO attack. And then they have a missile strike shot, which is very powerful. So that can do good damage against the mini-boss and boss especially, but it also has kind of an area of effect, so it could be good for doing damage to little guys as well as a side effect. And then the next drop monster I'm using is Tsukuyomi, and then she's my one Pierce character. She has Deity Slayer for the boss, and then she has a strike shot where she tackles the guy, and then does healing. So that's really good for this mission since there are only healing walls and no hearts. So yeah, I did say this in my previous video, but I feel like I'm pretty good at missions with magic circles. The key is to find out, or the key is to use really shallow angles, and then see how you can use your attack so that you hit the right number of magic panels, so that you will stay in your original form. So yeah, really shallow angles, or else perfect vertical or perfect horizontal angles will have the greatest chance of having you hit how many magic circles you want to hit. Okay, first mini-boss stage, we got the 3 demons. We want to take them down before their big attack. And then there is Yamato Takeru Zero in the middle there. And these demons, they're all kind of separate from each other, so it's a little bit difficult to take them down. But we can pinch in between the wall and them, so that can be good for bounce characters. Pierce characters, here we're going to use Lancelot's strike shot to become a pierce, just to kind of spread the damage around. And that becomes a pierce strike shot is pretty nice, because the first tier is only 4 turns. So after the first time it charges up, you can use it every turn, which essentially gives him immunity to Magic Circle. However, there's no multiplier on his speed or attack, so I would say, if possible, keep him in his bounce form, but if it is in your interest to become a Pierce, or if you absolutely must avoid the Magic Circles, then I would say go ahead and use it. And then for Aladdin, I would say pretty much the same thing. use that first tier whenever you need to get around the magic circles. It does kind of take up a lot of time to charge to the second tier, so I would recommend using the first tier a lot instead. That goes for Lancelot too. Okay, so on that previous stage with Yamato Takeru Zero, there were no magicians, which meant no healing. The next stage for Izanagi Zero, there are the magicians though, so we can get healing in here. But Izanagi Zero has much more damaging attacks, so it all kind of balances out. Okay, so there with a Daikoku I hit the 2 magic panels, and then I hit Lancelot, and then his Spark Bullet bump combo hit both of the magicians and got out the healing walls. And yeah, as much as possible we want to hit the magicians every turn, so that they can get out the healing walls. And then there we saw Izanami's Deity Slayer come into play. It works on Izanagi, but also Izanami, of course, so that's a nice bonus there. Okay, there we got a nice attack in between the wall and then, or the healing wall and the boss, so we're able to do 2 things at once there. Okay, and then when a magician is hit, when it is in counterattack mode, the healing walls will come out pretty much immediately. So even on the attack that we set off the counterattack, it is possible to do healing in that same turn. Okay, so that was Izanagi Zero, and finally is Kushinada Zero. And then here the thing to keep in mind is the Gaias, they shoot out mines after a certain amount of time, so we do want to take them down quickly. Since the mines are damaging, and none of my guys have Flight or Minesweeper except for Tsukuyomi, so that can mean a lot of damage to me. And then another source of damage is from Kushinada Zero herself. She has a Deity Slayer, and then that does work on Tsukuyomi. So yeah, this might be the most difficult stage for this team that I'm using here. But yeah, if possible, I want to get rid of the Gaias as soon as possible. Yeah, there come the mines, so that kind of restricts our movement a little bit. Alright, so there I saw a good chance to get some hits in on the weak point, so we did that. And then there's that Deity Slayer again. And yes, we're going to use Tsukuyomi's Strike Shot to take down the Gaia, and also to heal our hit points, since there are no magicians on this stage either. Alright, but with everybody else gone, we can focus on the boss. And then I would say that the placement of the magic circles is not that difficult to get around. They're often done in pairs, so if we're still in our original form, it's very easy to go back. Alright, so there too, we're just going to hit 2 of the magic circles and then return back to our original form. Alright, here I'm hoping to hit 2. No. Oh well. Okay, and then we are entering the last stage before the boss sequence. And here is a chance, if we are in a chick form, we can return to our original form. Of course, we don't want to enter the next stage as a chick. So just to be extra sure with the Tsukuyomi, I did the diagonal angle in order to hit both of the magic circles. Okay, here's the first boss stage. Same as always, we want to get rid of the demon first, since it has that very damaging attack. And then we want to do damage to the boss as we set off the magician's counterattack, as we hit the healing walls to keep our HP up. So yeah, kind of a lot to think of at once, but... Alright, so we got rid of the demon, And then we hit the bump combo so that we could get out the healing walls. Okay, we're going to try to hit an odd number of magic panels. Okay, very good. And yeah, since the magic panels are often set up in pairs, it can make it difficult to hit only one magic circle. So of course we want to, stay in our original form as much as possible so that we don't need to deal with hitting just one later. But yeah, if it does come to that, then we need to be ready. Okay, so there I was able to hit 3 magic panels and then return back to my original form. Okay, so 2 turns left until the magician's super strong attack. So we're going to want to take him down pretty soon. And then Aladdin's strike shot is charged up. I didn't do that on purpose so that I could get the stronger strike shot later. I just never really had a situation where I really felt I needed it. So just by chance I was able to charge it up, and then I'll get a more powerful attack later when I do use it. Okay, so there is Izanagi's one of his most powerful attacks. It's that short-range spread. And yeah, if we kind of play him sort of distance from him, then we will not take that attack and then save ourselves a lot of damage. Alrighty. And then, yeah, that big laser, that rebound laser, that can do a lot of damage if it hits lots of our guys. And yeah, since we do need to take down the magician by the time their big attack comes out, there may come a time when we're playing the boss, and then we have no way to heal ourselves. So now we really want to put pressure on the boss in order to take him down soon. And then here, although I don't need it from a damage standpoint, I'm going to use Aladdin's strike shot just to ensure that I enter the next stage in my original form, and then I'll also be in a counterattack mode, so I will be able to get hits in on the wizard guys and get healing walls out. Okay, last stage. Only 2 stages in the boss sequence here. Again, we want to get rid of the demons first. Okay, wizards go into counterattack mode. Right, HP is a little bit low, so I definitely want to hit both of the wizards. So I can get the healing walls out. Alright, here I have a fully charged Lancelot strike shot. He'll become a Pierce, and then his speed and power will go up. I decided to use it as a healing strike shot, focusing most on the speed up. So we'll go left and right with a slight angle down, and then try to hit these healing walls as much as possible. Okay, that was pretty good healing. I think that was like 2 healing walls stacked up on each other, so... Okay, and then we'll go back to trying to take down the demon there. Almost. Alright, Aladdin's counterattack took him down, so that was pretty good. Alright, with Daikoku, I would love to get them back to their original form. So we're just going to leave it up to chance. We'll do a crazy angle, get some healing in, and then miraculously come back to our original form. Okay, so now it's just us and the boss. I would like to get in some healing here. I am going to use Tsukuyomi's strike shot for the tackle plus healing. But I'm kind of going to do a roundabout angle so that I can get a couple hits in on the healing wall before I hit Izanagi. Okay, so we got some HP back. Does some good damage to the boss. And then here again, let's use Lancelot's strike shot. I tried to get a little bit of fancy and then get the bump combos out. Did a little bit of damage, but not quite enough. Okay. Alright, and then finally we will use Aladdin's strike shot, and that should do it. Okay, pretty good. So that was Izanagi Zero with a couple of drop monsters, impossible drop monsters. And then really you could use any warp, no warp monster with a low count strike shot, and then do pretty well, I think. Okay, thanks for watching, good luck with the quest, and we'll see you again. Take care.